Thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below, we are talking about Venus energy, and I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for being on my lives and also chiming in and commenting and sharing my videos. One thing that I do on these lives, I teach universal laws. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are truly deeply rooted in African tradition. That is the ATRS. To each and every one of you guys that practice any form of magic, whether that's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Apollo, whether you're a mystic or Ajay, whether you're a conjurer, Obeah man, or you're hoodooist or voodooist, universal laws apply to each and every one of us. I do realize that when it comes down to magic, that there's different sciences and different ways of performing magic. But on my platform, I teach universal laws, not my personal practice, neither my personal opinions. What's up there, Jeremy? To each and every one of you guys, this is going to be a doozy on tonight. As above, so below, we're talking about Venus energy, Venusian energy. There go my baby Scorpio in the house. What up, Royal Artiste? And then we got Karen O'Brien, my Gemini. To each of them, got Gemini back to back. They got Scorpio. Come on, y'all. I want to. This is gonna be a grown-up night. So I tell all the cheering to go out to the movies or go outside or go to somebody else's house. Make sure it's safe and everything for the cheering. But we don't have a cheering church tonight. This is grown folks conversation. What's up, Mary Bond? Much love unto you. There go Mama Susan with her rose. You brought me one rose. I ain't never gave you no one rose. Don't be playing with me. To each and every one of you guys, my name is Apostle Eli. I am a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that chime in. And we're going to be talking about some stuff when it comes down to love magic. For all of y'all that think y'all beyond love and you don't need to do no love work, you're lying. This ain't about relationship with no man or no woman. What's up, Minister Al? Thank you so much and appreciate that love offering from you to me. I appreciate that. And to each and every one of you guys, this is grown-up conversation. And to all of you guys that understand Venus energy or may have I want a better understanding, I'm going to teach it on tonight. There will be no reason for you to not understand what love is and primordial energy and that dark matter is, that chaos energy. Fedi Fun Oshun, yes, baby. We're going to be talking grown-up. What's up there, my Boaz? Yes, Bo in the house. And my Pisces, and then I got, listen. We're going to be talking, because when y'all get stuff from me, I want y'all to have better understanding. Because the only way that we're going to show respect and gratitude for the knowledge that we have is that we have clarity, understanding, and then we're benefiting off of the energy, the frequency, and the vibration that we operate in. You got your package? All right there. I sent out some more packages today, so some of you guys will still be getting packages. I've been at it. And I want to talk about this. And like I said, when I say grown folk stuff, I don't want nobody to get offended. I want us to have an open mind, and then we find ourselves, I booked my consultation today on your website. All right there, Royal Artiste. Welcome to my clan. Yes, baby. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with that. I appreciate that. Y'all know I love what I do, so it's always a good thing. So it doesn't matter. Like I teach about energy and frequency. Now, we're going to be, also let me say this as well. Hello to my Padrino and to my Oba and to my Madrina and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo, whether you're mystic or Ajay. On my platform, I also want to say special thanks and shout out to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. I am excited for growth. I'm tired. UPS ain't playing with us. 'Tis the season. But at the end of the day, I'm a working man. What's wrong with that? You understand? I am a working man. I'm a BMW, a black man working. I actually got a book that they go these freaking I've been looking for these incense. I got some stuff for y'all. She said, what's up, Kiara Cloud? She said, cuz you sexy. Yes, I'm sexy and melanated. To all of y'all been ordering, what's up there? Oh, you ready for it? There go my Sagittarius. Yes, sir. Michelle, Madame Oshun. We gonna be talking about this, and let me tell you, this is grown up stuff. This is some of the new stuff I got in, and I got for y'all that I'm sending out these talismans. But we're gonna talk about grown up stuff. So please, sir, ma'am, put your grown folks experience on, okay? Now, remember, the word start with me, then it spreads abroad, okay? So we're going to be talking about grown-up stuff. And this is going to be magic. What's up there, Jazz, my Scorpio from Augusta, Georgia? Now, listen, Linda. We're going to be talking about spirituality today, and whether you're dealing with Oshun, whether you're dealing with Aphrodite, whether you're dealing with Mama Chola, or whether you're dealing with any other spirit that represents love or love making. Mona Chaez is a major spirit that operates out of Venus. So Venusian energy, I feel like people underestimate this power, and so we here for it. Yes, I am here for the night. I know that's right. Now, we're going to talk about reveal the bitches in the ATRS. I feel like because I'm a Sagittarius and my personality, what it is, if anybody could teach and preach this, I can do this. You understand? And people get where I'm coming from. So I don't have, what's up that tree around the Aries? Now, we're going to be coming from Proverbs 26 verse 11. And when it comes down to love work, now me personally, what's up my Natasha Fafa? Happy Venus Day. Y'all know I like to say Venus is that Venusian. That's that vagina, giant energy on today. Now Aquarius from North Carolina. Now we're going to be talking about something very grown up, especially if you're going to do love work. Okay? I believe in doing love work on myself. I believe in doing love work. But what I call love work ain't normally like what other people call love work. Okay? Ma Fedi Fun Oya, Ma Fedi Fun Oshun, Ma Fedi Fun Olodamari, Ma Fedi Fun Alofi. All right, Ma Fedi Fun Yimiya. I have to acknowledge those three mothers. Sorry. Proverbs 26 and verse 11. It says this: as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly, which is foolishness. I call it tomfoolery. Now, possibly, I ain't no Christian. I don't get into what you get in. I don't care for the Bible. I don't believe. I don't need you. Universal law of return. What I need to you understand the concept of this. If you're going to do love work, if you're going to understand how to develop healthy relationship, you're going to work with Oshun. Remember, Oshun number is 5, the number of grace, also the 5 senses, and also the 5 points, which Venus is the pentagram, which Venus whole orbit and pattern represent. So when we work with this Arche on Friday, it is not just about being intimate with a man or woman, but it also talks about your senses. It also talks about being able to walk in your particular measure of grace or whatever purpose God or goddess has given you, okay? It also represents yellow and certain color, but in her particular case, it is yellow. So we're going to talk about why am I talking about bitches in the ATR. So in the African traditions, we have people that have no problem having an upset stomach, because when I say bitches, I'm talking about men and women, that will vomit and then lick it back up. These are the people that no matter what has upset their system, the reason why you throw up is because your system is letting you know there's something that needs to come out. Whether it is poison, whether it's something you have eaten, that it just your system does not agree with it. In relationships, when we get into situations and we think somebody doing breakup work on our relationship, breakup work on our job, a lot of times there's things about that is going on in our belly, in the belly of our life, belly in our prayer, that is not good for us. And I watch men and women, the very thing that caused them the problem, the very thing that caused them the dilemma, the very thing that caused them to go through the situation, they will return to that same essence and looking for a different response. I want y'all to understand, how can we represent a deity, a divine spirit of love, and then when we represent that entity, we return into the folly that makes us look weak and unlearned? I'm going to say it again. I forgot to turn on my Do Not Disturb. When I'm trying to grow into something, you got to learn how to love yourself. And I want to tell you guys, when Oshun represents the color yellow, yellow is a powerful color. It also represents confidence and energy. Yellow brings focus, energy, and overall feelings of happiness. How many people out here claiming to be doing love work and they're not happy? Now, one thing I want us to understand about folly and foolishness. When you're a child, We fall in love with how people look. We fall in love with how people things they say to us. We fall in love with body parts. We fall in love with what people do for us. When you get to a certain age, like I'm 50 and going 51, I know the difference between love. I know the difference between me wanting to get my rocks off. I know the difference between me, because I wrote it down. Because real love magic is having the ability to treat yourself well and others. This is when the scriptures say, energy out, energy in. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. When you don't know how to love yourself, when you're not getting your own awareness of self and what self needs and what self has to have in order to survive, and then after surviving, how do I interact as who I am with other people? This is why we cannot maintain this frequency. This is why we cannot maintain this vibration, and this is why we cannot maintain this shape. A lot of time when people are asking for this primordial energy to come into our life, we don't have a positive, a confident respect for ourselves. Now, Madame Oshun is not only a daughter of Oshun, but she's also a Sagittarius. Confidence is not something you look for other people to give you. It is something you possess. I'm going to say that again. Confidence is not something you look to receive from somebody else. It is something that you possess. And confidence in self, also confidence in ancestors, also confidence in the Eguns or the Orishas or the Lords or whatever it is that you practice. When you operate in that, you will find that people that do not operate in that frequency will have a problem with your confidence. They will have a confidence with that energy. It is not you by name. It is the energy that you carry. It is the frequency. When we put on these colors, we are supposed to be able to harness and represent that arche. Whether we utilize it in a gree bag, whether we utilize it with a candle, whether we utilize it in a material. The point is that a spiritual person understands the arche of that divine spirit. And when you bring that energy in, you're supposed to represent that arche, as in your confidence. The overwhelming feelings that you're supposed to have at some point. It is too many of us when we're young, we might do stuff like, do you love me? Do you like me? They ain't did nothing for you. They ain't sacrificed for you. They ain't worked for you. They ain't did nothing. That immature mindset looks at love very different than somebody that has experience. And I want y'all to understand, if we're going to practice real hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, we as the spiritualists have to understand that. And when somebody comes to us, I can easily say, baby, you're not looking for love, you're looking for sex. Baby, you're not looking for love, you're looking for somebody to take care of your bills that you went on mess up your credit. Baby, you're not looking for love with a man, you're looking for sex and love, somebody to interact, to act out your sexual fantasies on. Because when you're looking for love, then you also looking for how you want to be treated, and then you also going to be looking for somebody to walk in harmony with you. Huh? So, some of us got to get out of the point of looking for somebody to put up with our shit again. I'm going to say it again. We got to stop looking for somebody to put up with our tomfoolery. You want to get to a point in life that the relationship become more healthier. The more you grow in love with yourself, and you will see the bitch. You will see the person. This is what I wrote down here. The bitch will keep you going in circles. Let me tell y'all something what I watch my dog do. Because a bitch is a female dog. And that's a man that's acting like a bitch, and that's a woman that being bitchy. Now, let me explain it to you like this. I watch Shango throw up and then lick it up. I watch Shango. He's a beautiful dog, but he's a dog. I'm going to say this again. I don't care how much money I spend in this animal. It doesn't matter how many shots I give this animal. I give him some of the best of foods to eat. He is still a dog. He will still try to eat stuff that when I'm walking him, he will lick his own balls. Let me tell you something. Watch the tongue of a man or woman that have no problem licking in certain space. I ain't talking about the freaky stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He will lick his own balls, lick his own penis, lick up his own, clean his own anus with his tongue. And then turn around and want to lick me. You understand? See, you got to watch people that don't care what they tongue get a hold of. When I say I love somebody, It is about the respect that I have for myself. When I say I support somebody, when I say I got somebody's back, when Oshun got your back, that means Oshun gonna bring sweetness, good things into your life. Oshun is there to protect you. Oshun is there to make things better and wholesome for you. Oshun is also there for give you wisdom. I've never seen so many people saying they're venerating Oshun. They are daughters of Oshun, and they don't represent the beauty. Beauty is also, as the Bible calls it, beauty from ashes. When you go through something and you don't look like what you've been through, when when people form weapons against you, and God keep bringing you out, and I'm gonna say it like this: Oshun will have you looking so good that people think you lying about what you done been through, what people done did to you, the conjure they done to you. Oshun will beautify your situation where people will adore you. That is the purpose of walking into that energy, that frequency, and that vibration. That's why the other Orisha thought they can maintain this earth realm without Oshun. Love is not just somebody. What's up there, Unveiling Ann? Love is not something about just being with somebody for the sake of not being alone. The thing that I want us to understand, what made your system throw it up in the first place? If you're going to be out here in these spiritual streets, the first thing about being grown is to admit what upset my stomach in the first place. And if you're going to still partake in that, then don't complain about it. See, being grown is saying, you know what, I know this ain't good for me, but this is what I want, and I'm going to do it. Not going around trying to act like somebody did something to you. Loving yourself is acknowledging what is good for your system. Because what's good for me may not be good for you. And a lot of us, when it comes down to the ATRS and doing conjure, as a responsible spiritualist myself, you not finna tell me you looking for love when I know all you looking for is sex. You looking for a maid. You looking for somebody to be your mama. You looking for somebody to fill your daddy issue. And that's not what your partner is there for. A lot of this stuff that we go through in relationship life, we find ourselves in revolving door because we listen to some bitch. We listen to some man that think it just take money. Some woman that think it just take her twat. Some man that just think that it's all about him telling when he wants to run the house, but he don't have enough intelligence and enough respect for himself to be able to guide and direct his household. See, I don't believe that I am, just because I'm a male, that I believe that I'm supposed to be speaking on every subject matter. Because I don't think I'm an expert, or I don't think that I have had the experience that I should be speaking on subject matter. Being a man is not opening your mouth and always trying to lead somebody. Sometimes being a man is being able to follow. The Bible says yielding yourself, because a lot of my strength comes from me yielding myself to spirit. I don't understand why you don't see the beauty of being honest. I don't understand why you don't see the beauty of being in unity. I don't know why you don't see the beauty in support. I don't know why you don't see the beauty in learning and following and having understanding. Thank you so much. Somebody said big fast, y'all. It is so important that love work is above and beyond something physical. But it is also dealing with the senses of your spirituality. Everybody, I don't care if you're an E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria, OB, or work, it don't matter. You got 5 senses. Whether they work sufficiently or not, you still have them. You can be deaf and still you have the senses. It may not be operating correctly. You may be blind. You still have the senses. And when we are doing spiritual work, we need to understand our senses, so therefore we can operate in this energy called Oshun. Now, I wrote down here, Oshun represents the number 5, 5 senses and 5 parts. Hebrews, the 5th chapter, verse 14. To benefit for something, you have to have at least base understanding. If you're not initiated into Ifa and you want to be a devotee of these ATRs, still have the basic understanding that when you are embracing that energy, that frequency, or that vibration of what it is that is there to stimulate or to activate. So Hebrews, the 5th chapter, verse 14. Now listen at it. This is why I say my lives for grown people. It said, but strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. How can you operate with maturity, with an energy, a frequency, and a vibration that is that vast? Because remember, especially with Orishas, these are spirits of creation. A lot of times, the fact that you have not developed your own five senses means that you cannot discern what you see. You cannot discern what you hear. You cannot discern. I remember watching Hell's Kitchen, and he talks about the palate. When you have cooks, unless they see it, they can't recognize it. That man was so skilled with his palate that he could tell what type of food it was or what type of fruit it was just by tasting it. A lot of us, we are not developing our senses. We're trying to learn spells. We're trying to learn craft. We're trying to learn rituals. And this is why I tell people all the time, when you understand energy and frequency and vibration, when you step into the ATRs, then you will get more out of it because you have a base of foundation. You cannot be expecting your tata, your mambo, your huga to be a love in your life that you are missing from your family. This is why a lot of people don't understand how to benefit from daughters or sons of Oshun. Me, Oshun, they are my padrino and my Ita told me, if just like I acknowledge Oya as my mother, I have to also acknowledge Oshun as my mother. I'm also a son of Oshun. Why am I saying that? Is because I don't understand why you are expecting a tradition to teach you manners and behavior that you should have learned from home. And as a grown man or woman, why can't you discern at this point in your life what is good for you? I'm going to say that again. Being able to discern what's good and evil is a perception thing. It really has a lot to do with you understanding what is good for you as a earth sign, a water sign, a fire sign, or air sign. What is good for you at the age or the cycle of life that you're in. There are certain things I already know ain't good for me. I don't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. It is not good for me. And as I'm 50 years old, I'm not entertained by certain people in certain ages of their life because I'm beyond that. There are certain things that we as grown, mature people in spirituality should be trying to advance our magic in. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I am not interested in getting somebody out of jail that's going to return to jail. I'm not interested in getting anybody out of a health issue that's going to return to the same issue because they're not going to change their pattern. Grown people understand what ain't good for them. What is beyond. At some point in your life, I don't want to have certain argument with a certain adult. I'm not going to debate with an adult that has already made up in their mind. I actually have to tell certain people, why are you asking me questions when your mind is already made up? When I was going through certain things with going through Ocha and going through that process, and they were saying, well, because Minister Mari had passed at that particular time, and they would say, oh, don't give up. I didn't get into this to give up. When I made up in my mind, even though I did it to assist Minister Mario, because all this was brand new, was brand new to me too, but magic and spirituality was not brand new to me. But when I start something, I start that to finish it. I don't know about you, but I'm not here to be entertained. I don't know about you, but I'm not here to be a part of another fad or another clique. Because what I'm looking for in spirituality is my evolution. Whether that is with Oshun, whether that with Yemiya, whether that is with Obatala, or whether that is with Mami Water, whether that is with Zarabanda, whatever ATR that I practice in, or whether I want to work with the herbs or I want to work with the roots, it don't, at the end of the day, if it's not evolving my person and making my life beautiful for me, I am sorry, ma'am, I'm not interested. And when you see a bitch in the ATR, this is a person that has absolutely no problem returning to their vomit. They have absolutely no problem going into that cycle. They have absolutely no problem having you in arguments about stuff that ain't going to resolve no issues and ain't going to promote you or your household or your business to no other level. I don't want to be in fellowship with somebody that is not enhancing me. What are we doing at our age? If you ain't trying to tell me about how some health care that's going to better me or to advance my spirituality, because at the end of the day, you don't have to live my life for me, because I'm grown enough to know what's good for me. I'm grown enough to know how. My padrino don't have to tell me how to run my church. My padrino don't have to tell me how to run my household. My padrino need to tell me how to do elbows. My padrino have to teach me how to do the delagoons or work with the shells. That's what they need to be teaching. But how I interact with everyday people, I should be at a point where I can discern through my senses of how to interact. You can have all the tools you need. You won't use it the right way, because if you don't have to change your ways, you want something better. You will not move in a better place in your life if you don't want to. Exactly. Mama Susan said that. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of us bitches make the ATRs look bad. When you are in a constant revolving door, you're constantly throwing up stuff and returning it to it. You're constantly out of one foolishness to another. I tell people all day, especially in my church, for whatever reason, no matter how much I say, money ain't your problem. People not your problem. You don't know enough about yourself. You ain't loving yourself enough to know that me and you don't click. Me and you gonna eventually get into it. I can tell by certain people's temperaments and certain things about myself that if me and them get in a certain position, we gonna have a problem. I'm a very strong-willed man. I don't like people telling me what to do. That's why I work hard, and I don't like people going out of their way trying to make me something that I am not. I hate that. I don't dislike it. I hate it. Dude, if I'm telling you that we fuck partners and you talking about we in a relationship, it sends me to the freaking moon. I know what I want and I know what I don't want. I know whether I want to be in a monogamous relationship or I want to be in an order. I'm grown. That's why I get up and work. That's why I get up and do what I need to do. That's why my padrino don't have to tell me about what I need to do, because all I need is the assignment, because I'm grown. Being able to discern what is good for a man or woman. I am never going to enforce you, say, you know what, I want you to go over here and I want you to give me this and I want you to do this for me, because guess what, you grown. One thing my mom taught me and my sister, you don't own people, and you don't get mad with nobody about their money. Some of y'all right now claiming you got love in your heart, but you pissed off mad with somebody else about their resources. Grown people do what they want to do. Once you show me how you utilize your resources and how your resources, this is what my mama also taught me, don't let your money make an enemy out of me. She told me one day I was a kid and I had got, my daddy gave me some money and a couple other people gave me some money, so she asked me for some money. I was like, you got money. She said, you know my money longer than your money. You know you gonna end up running out of money before I do. There are certain things that if you are mature and you are exercising your senses and you just don't have eyes but they actually see, you don't have ears, they actually hear, you understand. Nobody, listen, in life, loving yourself is not putting yourself in situations and circumstances that you are finding yourself at the behest of other people. Facts, what's understood don't need to be explained, period. And that is, priest girl, that is true. But let me tell you something. As a spiritualist dealing with people, they say that in the public, but the BS is, you knew that man was not care. You knew that man was not Denzel when you got him. I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. At a certain age, I do realize that when you're younger, you don't see certain things, you don't listen and all that. But at a certain age, if you are not in a relationship or you looking to be in a relationship, you know what you can offer. You ain't got Mother Susan don't have no business with no 21-year-old man and holler about how he trying to stretch her legs out. I don't want to hear it. You knew that Timothy was 21 and he was dumb and full of cum before you mess with it, and you deserve whatever happened. You will still be sitting up in church and singing the Lord's song. I don't want to hear it. That's where I'm at. I don't want to hear grown people complain about stuff that they know better. That you continuously to find yourself in situations regurgitating the very thing you got delivered from. We're going to have grown-up conversation. And we're going to utilize these ATRs for something that's constructive, that is going to benefit us overall, that is going to actually move the goalpost. And so therefore, people will see the beauty in our life. Monique said, not Mama, Mama Sue. Yes, yeah. Y'all know people do stuff like that. I feel that when it comes to the word bitch, I feel like people do not, they do it as a, sometimes people use it as a term of endearment. I do realize that. But that term, I feel like, should be associated for what it is. It is a person that is about the foolishness. They talking stupid, they acting stupid, and they too old for the stuff that they are doing. At the end of the day, I want my kids, I want my grandkids, I want the people that follow me to see the beauty in my life. My ups, my downs, my ins and my outs. Sometimes people don't realize that I get blessed more for telling the truth and being transparent than a lot of people get for lying and conniving and being a con artist. I don't see the beauty in that. Oshun, all she did was left. They didn't appreciate her. She knew her value. She left them bastards right where they were. She left Earth. When you are bringing what you bringing to energy to a certain situation, you don't have to argue with grown people. You don't want this. You don't have to have this. But I don't have to be a part of the foolishness. I am about to be 51 years old. I've been practicing magic since I was a child. My padrino, my oba, I don't care. Even my Elay brothers and sisters, even people that ain't even in MIT, you not fit to be getting into it with Apostle Elay. Because if you ain't bringing no money, like, listen, you sending me nude pictures. If you want my attention, send me some money. You gonna get more of my attention sending me some money than sending me a nude picture. I can promise you, I'm 51 years old. I've been hoeing a long time. I ain't too much I ain't done seen. But if you want to get Apostle Elay's, Chief Apostle Elay's attention, I can promise you, I'm about them bench. I'm trying to, when you dealing with a man or a woman, if you want their attention, there's certain things you need to do, and that ain't one of them. Huh? Because at our age, we got bills, responsibility, and if you want to get my attention, turn my head. Huh? Male or female. You want my attention? I'm telling you where it's at. There goes somebody that got my attention. That when that cash out go to ringing, and when they do not listen, you keep moving forward. To keep explaining something to adults, child, is fuckery. I agree with you 1,273%. But this is what they're doing. And people want spiritualists to sit there and listen to you go in a revolving door about somebody that we've already had that conversation. If you're going to operate in love, then mature in your senses. Get to the point, you as a Sagittarius, you as a Capricorn, you as a Virgo, you as a Taurus, you as a Gemini, Pisces, whatever your zodiac sign is. Understand your and know what is good for you. If you decide to play bitch, get involved with bitch, have sex with bitch, when you come up with fleas, and then you smell like whatever they've been licking on, don't get mad with me. Don't get mad with no other person. Accept what you are engaging in. Huh? I've never got into certain things and then blame other people for what I decided to do. That's something my mom told me and my sister. She said, one thing I know about y'all, if y'all doing something, y'all doing it because y'all want to. Because we were taught to have our own mind. It naturally and spiritually. As in the age of Aquarius, why at this point in your life you don't have your own mind? Why don't you know what you're doing and why you're doing it? You got 5 senses just like I have. You should know what you want to take. I already know that I can't deal with spicy food. That ain't my thing. I ain't jealous of nobody. I ain't envious of nobody. And sometimes I end up getting some foods that are a little spicy for my taste, but I end up being able to handle it. But I know, dude, I don't go in there messing with ghost peppers and all. Some of y'all know things are too hot for you to handle, and you wash your ass right up in there, and you wonder why that man or woman end up calling you a bitch. Huh? You knew you couldn't deal with their bill, their light bill, their water bill before you set your ass on their couch. You knew that you could not pay the pool man before you hire him. You know that you could not afford to go on a date with that man because it was the first of the month and you got to pay your mortgage, your rent, or whatever it is. Stop playing games and then getting into the ATRS and then want other people to deal with your bitch ass and bitch ass moves. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Sir, ma'am, I'm here for grown people. Some of y'all right now want to get my, listen. I'm not overlooking you, baby. Sir, ma'am, that's even down to my family. I promise you I ain't overlooking you. What you don't understand, I have a full-time job. That what you doing is some bitch ass stuff. When you know a man or woman got a full-time job and the average person that get off from work, and especially if you got a physical job, the last thing we want to do is have a conversation. Huh? 9 times 10, I'm probably hungry because I work a physical job. So a lot of time when people try to interact with me and not realizing sometimes days I'm on work, or if I'm doing conjure, my mind is on my client that paying me. My mind is not on a non-paying individual. I promise you, at some point, y'all gonna get called a bitch. And you gonna think somebody disrespecting you, but that is all they acknowledging that you operating in foolishness. And you keep doing it. You keep getting warned. I told Shango he's a dog. I went and got something to eat. It was green beans and it had onions in it. I'm eating stuff now more healthy, even though stuff I don't like. So I'm coming out my sliding back door to take Shango on a walk because I got to get cleaned up and then get on my line. So I'm gonna eat me a little bit of green beans while I walk Shango. So we going out the sliding glass door. I'm trying to show y'all about a bitch. So we walking out the side. I got the dog thing on me, everything, right? So he's standing still. So he walking. So I'm trying to close the slide glass door. So close my eye. Damn, Apostle, what kind of people you associating with? No, baby, it's not what kind of people I'm associating with. It's the type of people that I hear. It ain't just, I teach universal laws. You got to understand something. I'm not just speaking for me. I'm speaking for all spiritualists. Because 95% of the people that work with me I'm good. There's a small percentage that you have to deal with. Let me explain something to you. You never fix what's working. If it ain't broke, you ain't trying to fix it. I am trying to help or correct certain things for other people that have these behaviors. Because I wouldn't be this successful if predominantly of the people that I was dealing with were like that. But it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. Nobody like me worked this hard to get to a place in their life and allow certain things to be. Because if you don't nip it in the bud, it gets out of control. So that's why we doing this, because it ain't just for me. It's other spiritualists that I hear that working very... What's up, Stormy? Don't worry about it, baby, from Detroit. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you some advice that I happened to me, because I did that. I was sitting in church and my pastor was preaching. And after she got through preaching, I had said to her, well, I'm not hoeing, I'm not doing this while you preaching that. She said these words to me. She said, Sam, you're not the only person that I'm preaching to. She said, my job is to preach the word of God. My job is not, because you have moved on from something, don't mean that other people in this congregation don't need a word. So what I learned at that point, I made it about me. What relates to you may not relate to somebody else. But I still got to do my job. This is the word that was given to me for everybody. So no matter whether you ain't a bitch today, you might end up being a bitch tomorrow. Because we all have a tendency to play fool. And we all have a tendency to get into foolishness. And so therefore, if I don't want to have my bitch ass in a situation, then I'm going to align myself with this Al-Shay that we're talking about. You got your talisman today? All right, that's Stormy. All right. My Medifun Oshun. So when it comes down to real love work, I want people to understand what love is and what love is not. And it's okay if you're not looking for love. You want to be appreciated. You want to be valued. But you're not looking to be in love with somebody. You're looking to have a transactional relationship where you two can walk in harmony and be able to have something in life, but you're not looking for love. So when we're doing love work, we're actually bringing in chaos energy. We're bringing in Oshun's energy. And that is a different type of energy. And that may also destroy your relationship, because if your relationship is a transactional relationship, then Oshun, that's not love. You are looking out for one another, that you can be decent to people. I do real magic. And if I'm going to summon a spirit that has love and represents love, then I'm not going to have that spirit working for somebody that's just trying to get a piece of ass. That's why we're talking about that. And it's in the ATR. And if we're going to do certain work, let your clients or let people know this is what type of work I'm doing. Sex magic. I ain't doing love magic. I'm doing domination magic. I'm not doing love magic. True, very true. So when it comes down to spirituality, whether you're a man or you're a woman and you want to grow and you want to be in a certain place in your life and you want certain things to happen, don't just, if you're not trying to be in love with somebody, but you want people to favor you, still you deal with Oshun. If you want your business to have favor above other, be the head and not the tail, Oshun. If you want certain things done in your life where you are walking in certain graces, and as Paul said, God told Paul, my grace is sufficient. You still dealing with Oshun, dealing with Aphrodite, or dealing with Mama Chola, any other deity that represents that chaos energy, that divine love. Because favor isn't fair that T.D. Jakes preached has a lot to do with Oshun energy. This confidence. When you are confident for no reason. Let me tell y'all something. I have the type of confidence that God had with the 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. You have certain people that got money in the bank and still ain't confident. You got certain people that got health and still ain't confident. You got certain people in a relationship and everything is going well and they still not confident. You got certain people that in life that their family good, their children good, everything good, and they still not confident. That is an energy, that is a frequency and a vibration, and it needs to be understood, because somebody walking in Oshun energy cannot have $1 to their name but still believe that God is still going to supply all of their needs. They can still be out there sick and they're going to still say they're going to be healed by his stripes. They can be out there and they're in a weakened state and they're going to say let the weak say that confidence is having a confidence in self. It's a self-esteem. It is an idea of self. Not about other people, places, and things. I don't care how many people that are against me, I still believe I'm going to win. You can have more soldiers than me, I still think I'm going to win. You can have more experience than me, I still think I'm going to win. You can have more advantages than me, I still think I'm going to win. Matter of fact, you can start it before I did, and I still believe I'm going to run your ass down and still win this race. I believe that. That's what confidence is. That ain't arrogance. Most people think that people that understand their confidence and they are they call that arrogance because they lack confidence. Because if you understood that frequency and vibration, you would not. Arrogance is to think of something other than what you are. When you are saying something about yourself that is true, that's confidence. And I gives no damns about what, because I walk in confidence for real. When I started my ministry, I was my first member. I started my church without anybody other than myself. That's confidence. That means that you believe that God is a creator, or Goddess is a creator. In that confidence in Oshun, that means that you can look at a situation and believe that God will make a way out of no way. And then just because you don't have, don't mean you ain't gonna get. And a lot of people don't have that. This is why they have to embark in with people that carry that energy, that carry that frequency, that carry that vibration. You can still have everybody on your side, and I still believe if God be for me, who can be against me? I done went up against some very strong odds. I done been told, even with Minister Mario, son of a chosen, out of every doctor report, out of every reading we got, that Iku was after him and that Iku was going to, I still believe God. He said, I shall not be afraid of evil tidings. How many people hear something negative and it buckles them? Huh? If Oshun ain't necessary, how many people hear some bad news or they look at it, they check and look at their bill and they feel like God has abandoned them? How many people go through something in a relationship and because of what that man or woman doing, they feel forsaken because they don't have confidence? I don't think that nobody can. Let me tell you something. I had my wife was at a beauty store and she was going through a beauty school, and this girl was she was bisexual, and I told this bitch. That's what I called her. I told her, you can't, sweetheart, you cannot lick me. I lick until I get a nose burn. I lick until I get I handle my bit. I'm very confident. I can walk over and leave my wife with you and not worry about it because I handle my business. She said, Apostle Ely, you so crazy. I ain't so crazy. I want you to know, bitch, your tongue ain't better than my tongue. You understand? Because I'm handling mine. You understand? I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. When it comes down to what I'm operating with, I'm going to handle my business. That's the confidence. And I can leave you in the room, with an opponent and still be good. You understand? That's confident. Some of y'all got to follow your man, your woman everywhere you go, And guess what? If somebody want to give some dick's ass away, they're going to do it anyway. With you standing right there. You ain't confident. If you can't have it your way, you ain't confident. If the wind ain't blowing your way, you not confident. If everything is going totally opposite what you pray, do you still believe God? The man of God went and prayed for rain. Told the other man of God to go and look and see. He did 7 times after a manifestation. And when the manifestation came, it was the cloud of the size of a man's hand. And the Bible said that the rain that cloud produced. See, when you have confidence, when you have strength in Oshun. See this peacock right here? A peacock. I got peacocks all around my church. This peacock right here. This a beautiful bird, but it ain't nothing nice. See, beauty don't mean that we can't fight. See, you can be a beautiful person and still whoop somebody's ass, You can be a beautiful person and still be intelligent. You can be a beautiful person and still be a hardworking man or woman. A virtuous woman was being able to be blessed by her children and her husband. But you ain't confidence like that, Because if your pussy was so good and your dick was so good, you wouldn't be running out here worried about what somebody doing. Because grown people do what they want to do. If you got to do spell to make sure that your man bring his check home, you're not confident. Your biscuits ain't that good. Your cakes ain't doing it. And you know it, that's why you are upset. Because you will be walking in happiness and peace. Because you did your job. See, I don't act like this ain't necessary. Because we would not be dealing with the stuff we're dealing with. People would not be going out here looking for and saying things that they don't really believe. They're asking for certain type of man. Do you want a strong man? That means that man ain't going to let you run him. You don't want a strong man. You need a passive man. Because you want to run your household. You don't want to spend the rest of your life bumping heads with a man because you trying to figure out whose dick is bigger. I told my wife, just because your voice is deeper than mine don't make you the man of this household. You understand? Because you might be in a relationship that she might be bigger or taller than you. Do you still feel it? She might be making more money than you. Do you still feel like the man? Stedman is with Oprah, and Oprah got way more money than Stedman. And he's still confident in his manhood. Some of y'all think because women excel. I've never been with a woman that she had to decrease who she is for me to feel confident as a man. I hate when I hear men. I don't care if you gay or straight. You won't let me be the man. Check your nuts, bruh. Then I don't understand the concept with the top and bottom. How you gonna let him be the top only when y'all having sex, but when the bill's showing up, he the bottom? I don't understand it. Y'all do what you want to do. Y'all grown. But when it comes down to what I think about love and relationships, and when I think about how to utilize this energy, it's all about the maturity. And what's good for you may not be good for me. What may make me happy may not make you happy. I would tell my kid, you got to know who you are. So you got to know what's going to bring you the joy and the happiness. Because it might not be the same. We might share some things alike, but we got different goals. And I'm in a different age bracket than my kids. I shouldn't be trying to do the stuff that me and my kids do. Because first of all, I got to go to work. And I'm not going to hurt my body doing this foolishness. I ain't going to do it. So when you're doing magic, when you're working with Mafeti Fun Oshun, remember you're dealing with respect. And you're dealing with energy. You're dealing with frequency. You're dealing with vibration. And then at the end of the day, when a bitch is on the scene, you see it all day long. That a bitch on the job is the one that act like they don't need that job. And then gonna ask you for, they already, you didn't show up, then you gonna get fired, and then you gonna ask me for gas money. Bitch, please. That woman been running that household for 5 years, and you watch one of my messages and you trying to be like me in that household. Bitch, please, sir. I don't understand. If you ain't been running that, don't get in and get all brand new when you see somebody else. If that ain't your character, that ain't your personality, that ain't what you do, don't let me influence you to go home and get put out the house. Because guess what? Ain't nobody, my name is on this deed. I talk this way because I paid a call to be the boss. That my mama said, she said, you don't like my rule, get out my house. That's how I was raised. Now, I don't know how you was raised, and I don't know how your energy flow, your frequency flow, but if you come in my life and I tell you to get at the corner of the bed or get the forehead, you going to do that. I don't care what your mama and your daddy talk, because you ain't in your mama and daddy house. You in my house where the bill come in my name. Now, whether you are a child of Eligua, you a child of, you told Harpo to beat me. Y'all hear me? I'm just telling y'all, some of y'all men know you don't have a problem with that woman running stuff. Stop lying. Don't fake the front. I'm going to have a problem. But you, sir, you don't have a problem. Huh? You as a bottom, you don't have a problem with him doing. Stop acting like because you hear something, it's like, you know what, that's right. But that ain't the life you living. Live your own truth. Just like I'm going to live mine. And I hope that I'm encouraging you that when you do magic and you are talking to these spirits or you talking to your ancestors, tell them the truth. Learn how to be happy. Don't just be out here doing conjure. Don't be just burning candles. Don't be just burning incense and you don't know what makes you happy. At this juncture in my life, there's certain things I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not even going to put up with it. I will bitch slap you first before I'm not going to 50, about to be 50. I can't do that. My conjure, my energy, the stuff that, the magic that I was willing to do in my 20s and my 30s and my 40s, I ain't willing. Still got that magic, still know them spells, still know that conjure, still know that voodoo. I still know all that. I ain't doing it. I'm 50. I don't know. When you deal with somebody, think about where they at. There was a time in my life that I would get up 4 days in the morning and ride and go down and have myself a time. Sex myself silly. Come back, be back before my kids get up, get ready for work, go to work. I can't do that now. There's a time I would crawl through the window. There's a time that I even got caught going through a window. There's a time I would go to the second floor and climb up. There's a time I would jump fences. All I am when it comes to that level of life is talk. Reminiscing what I used to do. That's where I'm at. Them activities, Apostle ain't finna do that because I'm not finna get hung, mess around, get hung over, flipped over a fence, or get caught in the midst of no, I ain't finna do that. Send me the buzzer. Give me the code. If your husband home, we just gonna have to get caught. I ain't finna do it. Did y'all discuss this? Because I'm not getting in no closet. I'm not going to get stuck by no wire hanger. Some of y'all don't get it. But I'm trying to help you. Anybody, any man or woman that is constantly regurgitating stuff that has upset their world and their life, and they continue in that behavior, that's a bitch. I don't care if it's a man or woman. I don't care if they're hoodooers, voodooers, Santeria, Lakuma, Congo, Palo. You are in a revolving door, and you're going to keep other people in that revolving. And a bitch love misery. Oh, don't call me no bitch, then stop barking. Because a hit dog will holler. Let me share something with y'all. When it comes down to spirituality, I'm grown. Ma'am, that you can go and waste all the time, all the energy that y'all can muster. I'm grown. I don't make excuses. Sometimes when I'm coming out my bedroom, I don't have nothing on. And sometimes my blind is not fully clothed. But they ain't got no business looking over here anyway. My yard, me and my neighbor yard got plenty distance. Y'all got a fence up. And so therefore, anything you see in my window, don't get jealous. Mind your business. I'm just not in a space in my life. I'm here to accomplish my goals. I'm here to go through these ceremonies so I can accomplish what I was sent to this earth to do. And if you, certain man, want to be a part of this, this is why you following Apostle Ely. I'm not fit to work my Oshun. I'm not fit to work none of my Orishas for the foolishness. I'm not going to work the Loas. I'm not going to work my ancestors. If you trying to build a business and you trying to have something, you trying to really do something, I don't have no problem. But if you just out here for this foolishness, trust me, there's other spiritualists you can give your money to and you can go on with them. Because I ain't finna do it. I told y'all before, if you ain't sick and tired of going through certain things, I can't help you. If you ain't trying to get healed, you're not trying to get set free, you ain't trying to get delivered, you ain't trying to evolve yourself and become a better version of yourself. And at this point, knowing what's good for you, but my grandma used to say, if you like it, I love it. Y'all show it out in my Cash App. I'm gonna say this. I don't know what I judge what's going on in my world. And I ain't trying to make my world to walk in your senses and understand what is good for you. And so therefore you can benefit off what I put out here, the products. At some point in your life, you should understand that if you're going to do conjuring, out here knowing you cannot financially do certain things, just take the wisdom. Because some of you guys, you will never be in the company of certain type of men and women because those men and women are not going to allow you. Because I hear your bitch ass. It's never going to work on me because I smell your bitch ass. I smell the poverty on you. I smell the struggle. I see the burnt mark from you going through with your baby daddies and your baby mamas. I'm not interested in that bullshit. If I ain't going to put up off for my baby mama, I ain't put... Before you over here trying to talk about having a relationship with people that got their shit in order. You're not disturbing Shango. Shango gonna get on my nerve, but you not fit to disrespect him in his house. Oh, you gonna put that dog before me? This bitch was in here before you was in here, bitch. And I don't care what I say to Shango. Shango still gonna roll with me and lick me. He done ran away on that time and bring his ass right back home. Cause one thing about love, you know who gonna treat you right. When Shango break free from the chain, I don't run behind Shango. Y'all have no idea how much this dog costs for me to spend on. I told Shango in the language of the dog, you run away can't do nothing but save me money and time. When you at a certain point in your energy and your frequency, all people that walk off from you can do is save you money and time. That's it. I hope this helped. Don't forget to hit the like button. I don't want nobody walking around and say Apostle Ely called me a bitch. Because if I want to call you a bitch, that's what I do. What I want you to understand what a bitch is. And I want us to stop using that word in context that don't belong. Somebody that's willing to eat up the very thing that made them sick. Somebody that's willing. Now, I'm talking about willing as a grown man or woman to return to the same foolishness that got them into trouble in the first place. That's a bitch. You might still be anointed, bitch, but you's a bitch. Sir, you might be a good provider, but you still bitch ass, and you do bitch ass stuff. You say bitch ass things, and you respond in a bitch ass way. It is what it be. Because that foolishness is what you talking. That's foolishness what you doing. And I don't care if it's me. Foolishness is what it is. And if it ain't working for you, then why you doing it? Especially at a certain age. My son said, great message. Ain't no way I'm going to work this hard and ain't got nothing to show for it. I ain't finna do it. If you want any of these talismans, you know my talismans are $100 to the cash app. My Medifun Oshun. I have my Fedifun Ogun. I have my Fedifun Shango. I have my Fedifun Oya. Oh, that's all right. Brother Johnny, I don't know if Brother Johnny's still here, but Brother Johnny, I have yours in the car. I already sent off some of y'all. I have my Fedifun Obatala, my Fedifun Oya. I think I named them all. I want to thank y'all for riding with Apostle Ely. I know it's some people that y'all really, really need to send this video to. And maybe you can't say it to them. Just play it in the background. Sometimes when I was getting ready to break up with my wife and I was done with her, I play certain music. Especially when I know I'm out, I start playing Whitney Houston. If I should stay, I will only be in your way. So I'll go. Can you put an Ogun aside for me? I'll be getting it. Yes, I would.